I saw this video. I wanted to share it. I like to bring it up, not to diss these people or put these people down or anything like that, but just to point out the hypocrisy and the different things that a lot of women say. And once again, this is not all women. Of course, you guys always say that, but it's for the ones that it applies to. Women say one thing on one hand, and then there's always something else happening. And so I think it's good to point this out to show what is actually happening and just to give our opinions on it. Why not? Because everybody's giving their opinions on what men are doing and how men should be and all this kind of stuff. So we got to give our opinions on everything that's happening, right? It's just the audacity for me. It's the mentality for me, the entitlements for me. So that's why I say a lot of these particular are entitled. You're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about that's a business. Those people have bills to pay. And if you know that you cannot afford a certain property or whatever, why do you put yourself in there? And then y'all always, it's just crazy to me. And then I always talk about, oh, I don't want to pay 50-50. I'm like, child, you better take that 50. Like, so who said? So somebody said it. Take that 50-50 and eat what? Eat some snacks or something. You better take that 50-50 and go sit down somewhere and have a snack. We know y'all like them. Hell. But I just wanted to share that because I saw this clip and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And shout out to Messy Michonne, because she covers a lot of these evictions and things like that. She's been covering those. And I usually see them, but I don't really focus on it because it's just too much for me. And I know it's always going to be this sympathy trip, and it's always going to be this idea that, oh, because we're women, on one hand, y'all aggressive and like, what? We better than men, and we got it, and we this and we that, and y'all can't step to me, and you can't do this because I'm that girl, and I'm this. And then on one hand, you're aggressive and you got it, and what a man gonna do for me because he can't pay my bills? He can't. Then on the other hand, it's like it's a group who's spewing all this manliness and aggressiveness out here. Like, we don't need you, and we got out because what can you do for me? Because I'm this and I'm that girl. And then you got another group who are saying, wait a minute, we need help. I can't pay these bills. I'm living beyond my means. I need somebody to come in and rescue me. Y'all need to coordinate is what they need to do. Y'all need to coordinate and figure out how y'all can get on the same page and decide which one y'all want to be. Y'all need to figure out what do y'all want to be, boss chicks, or do you need some help? Do you want help? Y'all need to figure out whether y'all gonna go 50-50 or whether y'all gonna go in it alone. Because if you're gonna do that, just stick to one. You know what I'm saying? Pick one and roll with it, because you can't have it. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it all your way. You can't be a boss chick when it's going good, and then when it goes bad and falls apart, you're not making that kind of money. You lose your job or something, because that's happening too. Then you turn around and cry, saying you need help, because who do you want to help you? Not the men who y'all said was Dusty's, right? And they broke, right? I know you lying. I know you not looking for the men that y'all call Dusty's and broke to come and help you pay your rent. I thought they was dusty and broke, but you looking for somebody to do it. Who you looking for? So I'm just going to assume you want other hyenas to help you, not the men that y'all call broke and dusty, not the men who y'all say, well, if you're broke, just say so. Because now it's looking like y'all the broke ones, and you should just be saying if you broke. They should tell you that I thought you had it. I thought y'all had it. Y'all didn't need no men. It's just crazy out here in these streets. And for people to walk around and be like, oh, well, all these men are dusty because they don't, and they broke and dusty because they don't want to spend all their money like you used to do. And now that you can't get the men to come in and be these super simps, now you're feeling the pinch. Now you realize, oh, hell, I got to do this all by myself. These men aren't simping like they used to. These men ain't paying our bills and being obsessed with us like they used to. Why should they? Y'all done expose yourself, expose the vaginas, expose how ran through. This ain't nothing to simp over. Y'all not giving nothing much that would make these men want to do that. There's nothing that would, for what? Y'all don't expose yourself all over for the world to see. There's nothing special about you. Y'all don't stand out. Nobody's different. Everybody's the same. Everybody's out here thinking that 304 culture is the shit. And everybody should be doing it. And y'all just empowered and running. And we doing it. And then y'all think the men's supposed to look at y'all and be like, oh yeah, they something special. Yeah, everybody got their ass out. Everybody is this. Everybody wearing this. Everybody look the same. Nobody is special. Everybody's out here with the same shenanigans going on. And so men aren't look at you as something special. You don't stand out. You're no different from the next. So why should they be out here caping for you and doing all these things for y'all? And on top of that, y'all told them y'all don't need them. You don't want them. They're this, they're that. So these men aren't focused on that. You don't see videos of a bunch of men out here crying. talking about I can't pay my bills and I can't pay my rent. It's always the women. Women complaining, when they have the money or they have this, they find something to complain about. Well, the men don't want successful women. You're complaining about that. When you broke and you ain't got the money, now you're complaining about that. It's always a complaint, and it's always going to be a complaint because you can't have it all your way, and that's just a problem. And so they got to realize that, and and it's unfortunate, but it's part of the process. These women have to go through these things to realize what's most important. You have to. Sometimes by you just telling somebody something, they don't get it. You would think it'd be so much easier to just say if people would listen to things that make obvious sense, right? Logical sense. If people would just listen, it would be easy. It's like talking to your children, telling them your experiences and telling them certain things. It would be so much easier if they just listen. But the truth of the matter is they have to go through life themselves. They have to go through certain things in order to see it for themselves. They don't want to just take your word. It's a scary thing as a mother because it's like, oh my God, I don't want you to go through anything. I don't want you to have to experience anything negative, but you got to let them live their life. So same thing. You got to let these women go through this and see it for themselves. And hopefully they learn something from it. Because otherwise, just somebody bailing them out and always being there for them, it's not gonna help them. That's why you have to let people go through their process. You don't want to listen. You got it like that. You know everything. Go do you. And you do you to the fullest and keep the same energy when it all starts to fall apart. And really, honestly, when I see stuff like this is the thing that becomes strange to me. The fact that even with all of this happening, they still have this entitlement. You still have this entitlement that somebody owes you something, that no matter what choices you make in life, that men are still supposed to cater to you and bow down to you. You still won't even accept the fact that, oh, maybe I do need a man. Maybe men aren't as bad as I tried to make them seem. There's nothing wrong with needing a man, but instead they still have this strong opinion that, oh, we don't need no man no matter what we go through. They'll make it out, they'll figure it out, but you don't know what to do because you're clearly crying on social media saying you don't know what to do. So, I just thought that was interesting to bring up, and this keeps happening. There are many more videos of this happening. There's so many videos of women crying about being fired. They don't know what to do because you can't control the landlord. You can't control the employers. You can't control the landlords. You can't control these things. Women have this mindset that they think they're in control of everything. They think they're in control of men, the way they talk. Oh, well, I'm going to decide when I want to get married and I'm going to do what I want, as if that's in your control. And I think they really need to take a step back and really start to evaluate their thought process. Really start to look at themselves and figure out why they think the way they think and what changes they need to make, because it is not beneficial to you whatsoever to have this type of independent boss chick mindset. It's really not. And they bought into this social media narrative that, oh yeah, women, we're the greatest and we're all of this, until the shit hit the fan, and then y'all running around with your like a chicken with his head cut off, wondering what the hell you gonna do, waiting for somebody to come to your rescue. And honestly, I think those days are over. There's no rescue. You gotta rescue yourself. Because if you're saying you're independent, you don't need a man, you're your rescuer, you're your everything. You are responsible for rescuing yourself.